Hello everyone, my name is Adi. I'm an intermediate over the board chess player with a provisional rating of 1255. In this series, I'm climbing to 2200 in rapid games on chess.com. As you all know, I'll be playing the bird as white, and against one e4, I'm going for the accelerated dragon, and against one d4, I'm going for the 1f5, specifically the Dutch system. And it's been a lot of ups and downs. I won my last game in the bird, I called it a Kapovian style, which is just like, taking spaces and, expanding and expanding until my opponents collapse under pressure. So I'm just going to go grab a new game. So if you just enjoy following the ground or learning new opening, feel free to follow along. So we are playing against Roulette, and we play 1f4 as usual. So we're playing against someone 1400 from Andorra. Wow, Andorra. That must be a very nice place to be. So d4, which is the sharpest line against bird. It says bird opening the Dutch variation. Something like this I haven't seen before, so they probably want to go for e6, aiming for the French system of the bird. And I think we are going smooth. And bishop g4 now is met by h3 as usual. And if c4, maybe I play b3 or d3. So I think my opponent is thinking now. And we've got a game. And I'm playing white again. How unusual. I must actually apologize that I immediately started the stream. I immediately started the game before pressing the record button, so I had to cancel it. So I had to start again all over. And I have new thing coming up on the channel. I was able to record 3 videos of checkmate pattern, so watch out for that on my YouTube short. So bishop g4, which is one of the most aggressive way to combat the bird. So the bishop can't go back to h4 because it absolutely traps it, so they know their stuffs. And we have a game. I mean, bishop e2 can be played next now. Bishop b5 check doesn't do anything because the bishop just blocks it. So maybe, yeah, I do genuinely just want to play. Yeah, maybe I want to play bishop d2. Yeah, I want to play this. I mean, I just give it a chance for this bishop b4 check now with the tempo, which I don't even like. So I want to castle as soon as possible. If check now, probably I just play bishop d2. Oh yeah, I don't think I probably want to give up my dark square bishop in that position. So if they don't give a check, I castle, and there's no check because they successfully played c4, blocking up the position. So I castle and aim for g4, g5 immediately. So where's the knight going with this move? So I castle, and if they castle to this side now, they should be in trouble. I mean, I can play c4 now. Yeah, c4, dc4, dc4. Yeah, so if I play c4 now, if dc4, so c4, dc4, dc4, and they protect the, well, I can play something like c4, dc4, queen takes b7, aiming to play bishop b5 next, pinning this knight, and I have to get my knight into game probably via this route or via this route. So my opponent is taking their time, which is very correct. And if bishop d6 now, what is my move? Do I still play c4? Yeah, I think I still probably play c4 in that position. And if queen c7, what is my move now? I don't think I can go for something like g4. Yeah, with e4 now, I can absolutely open up the position with e4. So this is the Dutch variation in the bed opening. So I'm very sure they knew what you were doing when they played bishop g4, which is almost something. Excuse me. So I want to develop my knight to maybe d2, my bishop on b2, and queen c7 was perfectly played. And I can play if the castle here now. Yeah, I'm gonna develop my knight here, and it's gonna be brutal. So bishop b2, knight d2, and after rook e1, the attack starts going on. So if I take, bishop takes, and I'm up a pawn. But what is the move here? So takes, so takes, bishop takes, probably knight b6, but I don't see what that does. I don't genuinely see what that does. So I'll just take. I mean, I think this is just a pawn sacrifice. I think they're just sacrificing the pawn, which I'm not scared of. We've played against too many pawn sacrifice in this game that I know that sometimes it's just a bluff. So wow. There's all sort of ideas we're playing, something like there's bishop a3 now. So if I take, if knight takes, I don't think knights want to take. Well, I have bishop b2 now. Then I have knight d2. So what is the move here? So what are my candidates move? I have bishop a3, bishop b2, and knight d2. So I want to get my knight into the game as soon as possible. And I can play bishop b2 now, threatening to take here twice. And if knight takes, but that doesn't work still. So I'll probably just play knight d2, followed by bishop b2. But what does bishop c5 does? I can play king h1. Yeah, I can play king h1. Next, if you play something like d4. Oh, so what they are planning is d4. Then I'm just forced, no, d4, king h1, and they have to take. Yeah. And if I play knight d2, and after d4, if I take, they take with a check. No, but if they take with a check, yeah, and my rook is hanging in that variation. So maybe I play bishop d2, or bishop b2 stopping d4. Yeah. Yeah, now I think I can play d4, knight d2 now. So I just completely stopped the idea of bishop d, now d4. I'm glad I saw d4, honestly. I mean, there's king h1. Even after d4, there's king h1. And if takes on e3, bishop takes on d3, but I think it's just best to avoid that. And I'm completely up a pawn in this position now. So if I take, so take, knight takes, bishop takes, queen takes. Okay. Yeah, so what do I play in this position? I have something like take. If knight takes, and this is I take, and if takes we check, then I just move my king. I mean, if here, queen takes, c2 is probably hanging in that kind of position, but I have bishop d3. So maybe, so what is my move in this position? And I'm getting low on time again. I'm starting to get low on time. I mean, I can play king h1 now, but after e4, what is my move? If cd5 and they play e4, do I have any move in that position? Then I have king, no, then I have queen g3, and they can't take because then if they take on d4, yeah, then I take with queen g7. So let me just take, yeah. Yeah, I think I can take, honestly. I'm not even scared. I can always play king h1. So they take back, which is so nice, right? So take, knight take, and I have take. If queen takes, rook takes. So in this position, I think I have a very beautiful move. So let me just calm down and think. So if bishop takes on f6, knight f6, bishop b5 check, bishop b5 check, and what is the move? If king goes here, then how do I capitalize on taking? If king h1 after g here now, I'll probably take, and maybe knight here. Yeah. Yeah, so what is my move in this position? I mean, they are threatening to just win back the pawn. I can take on f6, and after I take f6, there's still that threat. Then I can calmly play king h1. But I don't want to like give up my dark square bishop. Well, if I take on f6, knight f6, bishop b5 check, and if king d8, what is my move? Well, let me play king h1. If bishop takes, I have rook d1. Yeah, if bishop takes with a check, then c2 is hanging. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm starting to lose the thread of the game now. So take, knight takes, yeah. So king h1 or bishop takes on f6. What is the best move? Yeah, king h1 after bishop takes, I don't have a move. Probably I play c4. So king h1. Yeah. And if bishop takes, I just play c4. Yeah, but that just blocks my bishop. Well, if bishop takes, I just take on f6. And I'm threatening to take on f4 now, so they probably want to take on e3, and I'm down 3 minutes on the clock. But I think my position is maybe slightly favorable. Yeah, I probably want to take the knight on f6. I mean, there's ideas of taking the knight on d7, and if queen takes, then I have taken on f4. Whoa. There's a very cool tactic. If bishop takes on e3, I have d6, and if queen takes, then I have queen takes b7. Yeah, but then there's something like that. So I can take on f6 now, and if knight takes, I have bishop b5 check, then the king moves, then I have g4, and if g4, knight can't take because after g5 there's queen f6 threatening checkmate. So this is not going anywhere, and I still have to develop my knight. So what is the move in this position? Do I want to take on f6? If takes on f6, gf6, and the threat of playing rook g8 is quite deadly. I mean, I can only just take this pawn now. So if I take on f6, knight f6, what is my move? I don't have any serious check. Queen f5, what does queen f5 threaten? No, bishop b5 check, then I follow by queen f5. Yeah, so let's see how that works. So let me take on f6. No, but taking on f6 allow bishop d4. Yeah, so I probably want to develop my knight first. Yeah, so let me just develop my knight. Yeah, threatening to play something like this now. Yeah, I think it was just best to just develop my knight. And if this knight moves on f6, there's always going to be a checkmate. I mean, I can play knight a5 now, dislodging the bishop. Yeah, so knight a4 is a big threat now. So they don't want me to play knight a4. So takes, knight takes is check. So they have to give up one of these. And if takes now, there's just check. Wow. Takes, bishop takes, queen takes. If rook can't takes, because there's just, wow, this must be hanging. There's no way that is not hanging. There's no way it's not hanging. There's no way it's not hanging. There's just no way that is not hanging. There's no way. I mean, bishop takes, and the rook is attacked. So knight takes, queen takes, and if rook takes, then I have that. So I probably just want to take. Yeah. I mean, I don't see any checkmate on this file. Yeah. I mean, and I'm threatening two things. So if queen takes, of course there's no checkmate, and the rook on d5, the pawn on d5 is protected tactically. Yeah. Oof. I mean, there's just a lot going on in this position. It's just a lot going on in this position. I'm going to play rook d1 next now. So what are they trying to do? Maybe they want to play queen g3 threatening checkmate, but how is that a mate? How can there be a mate? Apologies for that. So they're playing extremely fast. I have bishop g5 check now. But after king b8, do I have any move? I don't think I do. So I want to play d5, and if rook g4, where do I move my... So I think I can play queen c3. If queen c3, pinning the bishop to the queen. So I want to play rook d5. Yeah, rook d5 to just make sure. But I can't move my bishop now, honestly, because this is just not safe. Yeah, I can play c3 now to play b4 and just dislodge this bishop. Or do I can just play c4 to just cement this, but I want to like get rid of this pesky bishop on c5. Well, if rook g, then I just take. Well, I could have taken on the previous turn. I don't know why I didn't take. I should have taken. Okay. Wow, really? So if I take rook here check, and after this, wow. Yeah, this doesn't work. Doesn't work, honestly. It does not work. It doesn't. So they probably have to take now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but I just think this is just bad now. If queen takes, yeah, rook takes, and yeah. Yeah. So they probably have to trade queens now, because if they don't trade, I'm threatening checkmate. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why they sacrificed their rook. So with this, I have options of taking with check, and I take again. And after something like this, I think I should be able to collect this in time. Yeah, so I'll play c4, and I think I should be winning in this position. Yeah, this should be completely winning. So I think after c4, there's no way to dislodge this pawn. So if this now, this, yeah, I mean, this is just completely winning. I think they were just not cool with their position, and they decided to just give up a lot of pawns in exchange. I mean, the king can't get to my a2 pawn, and my pawn is on light square. I'm going to collect the h7 pawn. I'm going to collect this pawn as well. So this can't move because I take. I can just take, and if king takes, then I take back again. Then I can just deflect the king, and I can even sacrifice my rook if I need to make a new queen. So rook takes, I mean, this was a very weird move. So if they take now, then I just take back, and this pawn is completely defended. So I take, and I can successfully push that pawn with nothing happening. I mean, they are in zigzag now. It's called zigzag. So I'm going to continue pushing the A pawn because this can be taken, and they probably need to just sacrifice their bishop for that. Well, I can take this now. I can absolutely take this. And even something like this can be played to just like make it as hopeless as should be. So if I play this, so they resign. Good game to our opponent. No, I can't play a new game at the moment. So let's do a quick game review. I'm very sure I played badly at some point because I just started making some random moves. So we played like 2050. So we played like a 2050 rating point. So I was tired. So the bet as usual, and this was our book move here. Takes was good, and D3 was not the best here. Probably B3. Excuse me. I'm very sure B3 would have been so knight C3 immediately, or bishop E3. No, bishop E2. And after knight C6, I can just castle, and if bishop D6, then I have B3, and if castle, then I have knight C3, and after D4, oh, knight E4, then I can bring my knight into the game like that. So the reason I played D3 was that I was scared of playing knight E3, and after this, oh, there's queen takes B7, and after knight D7, there's knight B5, wow. And after knight D5, oof, it's knight takes D4, cold-blooded. So, and here, G4 was absolute best move here, or C3. So G4 just like going for the throat. So if this, then I have bishop G2, and if G6 now, then I just have castle. If bishop G6, C4 immediately, and this E4, wow. And yeah, this is just like the theme of the bed. You just like start taking space if black can't make a proper progress. So bishop E7 has to be played to castle. They didn't do that. After this, I had castling, which was the best move. I had E4 in this position, or C4, and by this time I was already doing better. So E4, if D4, D4, bishop this. Oh, no. They can. So let's say bishop E7, knight C3, and let's say castling. Then I have E5 to just get rid of that knight, and if now here, then I just have A4, and I'll just keep taking space in this kind of position, just like what happened on day 22. I just kept taking space, and apparently the pieces couldn't do anything. So castling here was good, and B3 was not the best move. Knight BD2 immediately was best, or C4, E4. So this was a mistake after DC4, which I correctly saw, and I had knight C3 in this position. So there's knight C3, there's CD5, and there's bishop B2. So bishop B2 is the third best move. So if CD5 I saw, but after AD5, knight C3, castle, knight takes D5, knight takes, queen takes. Oh, so if knight D5 and they play something like this, let's say they play D4, then I just have knight B5. Wow. After queen B6, then I take on here, bishop takes, bishop E7, and bishop B2. Wow, this is cold-blooded. Wow. So C4 was a mistake. I mean, they just lashed out, and taking was a blunder. I had FE5. I thought the knight could take. queen J3. Whoa. And after knight FD7, knight C3. If they take, knight B5, queen B6. Oh, wow. Bishop E5, check. Whoa. So this was hanging. So take, knight takes, queen G3, knight E4, queen takes. Oh, queen takes, then I have this. After bishop takes A3, check, king H2, castle, then I'm just up a piece. There's just CD5. Wow. And after rook a d8, I have bishop f1. There's no way to get rid of this. Bishop b5, rook takes, and there's just this. Oh my days. So I made a mistake and they played this and I had bishop d4 immediately, or king h1. So king h1 was the best move in this position, which I played. I played king h1, the best move. I had king h1, bishop d4, or knight a3. So I saw knight a3, which wasn't like, so I played king h1, and after f8, I had b4 immediately. Or knight c3, I played knight c3, which was the second best move. If b4, I saw b4, but if bishop takes, oh yeah, I think I saw this a move too late. Then I can play this, and if king d8, then I had d6 because the queen can't take, or can he? If queen takes, bishop b5, which was almost the same thing I saw in the game. After queen here, bishop f6 check. Oh, my mistake. Bishop f6, gf6, and there's queen f3 attacking this, the b7 pawn. So king h1, knight c3 was good, and I felt that a6 was a very big mistake. Then I went to knight e4 immediately, and by this time I felt like I was doing much alright. I could have taken, so taking here was the best move. Oh, so taking on f6 was a mistake. So take, queen takes, bishop d3. Yeah, I mean, I saw this that I could play bishop d3, but after bishop d3, what was I scared of again? Yeah, then I saw knight d5. Oh, knight d5. Okay, so let's say rook h8, rook e1, queen d5, queen takes, knight takes, and the bishop g7, f6, bishop h6, and I'm just like, I'm not up a pawn, but my structure is just more better, and I'm going to like collect this pawn. e5, f3, and there's no way for them to defend this pawn. So after b5, I'm going to take this, takes now, bc4, knight b4, and after bishop b1, this is going to be taken. If knight c6 now, it's just rook takes, and there's just bishop takes, and I'm up a pawn, and my position is much better with the two pairs of bishop. This is completely winning. So I played knight f6, which was knight f6 wasn't the best move. b4 was good here, or d6. I saw d6. Oh, I didn't. This is bishop takes d6. Then I had to take, then rook a d1, and the bishop c6. Then I take on e3 finally. But this I didn't go for because I didn't see it obviously. So gf6, and taking with the bishop was bad as queen f4. Just trading queens. Take. Rook h g8 now. Rook a f1. g5, which I saw. Then I had c4, just defending this pawn. And after rook d g8, then I had g4. Wow. And if h5, bishop c3. Oh, mistake. Yeah, bishop c3. And if takes, rook takes g4, rook takes g4, bishop takes g4, king d8, b4. Wow. Then this bishop has to go now. c5, bishop e5, and there's bishop e1. I mean, there's no way I'm seeing all these variations. Like, I'm just much better with this space, so I didn't do that. So knight takes f6 was the best, and queen takes here, and c4 here was absolutely best, or rook e1 was the third best move, or queen takes f7 immediately, just trading queens. But I wasn't too convinced about that position because there's always rook takes d5. So why I didn't go for this was this, and there's this, or there's bishop d3 just defending this pawn and attacking this. But so let's say they play this now. I have rook e1, and if h5, there's just g3. Wow, and my king is much better, and I'm up a pawn in this position. So knight f6, I take back with the queen. Rook d1 was good, and taking here was an absolute blunder because I had d6 here. d6, bishop takes, king takes g2, and if rook d7, king h1. Oof. And there's just nothing they could do. If check now, queen f3, and if take on c2, oof, there's rook c1. That's cold. That's really cold. So I mean, they sacrificed the rook, which was absolute. I didn't see. I mean, taking on g2 was the best move, and king h1. I could go back to h1, just calmly go back to h1, and this is the best move because there's. But I saw queen g3, and that was why I didn't want to take. Oh wow! I had queen f5 check, king b8, rook g1, g5, rook takes, rook f3. Oof. And I'm still just much better take, and I mean this is just winning. I mean this is almost what happened in the game. So I mean I don't know what rook f8 does. I'm just going to trade the queen and pick up the rook and just simplify my position to an extra rook, so which I completely did, and take. And was that the best move? And rook f1 was the best move, attacking the bishop. But I play rook e1, which was still very much alright, and I can still play rook f1 here, but I play rook e2 to just make sure that nothing happens. So take, and I'm very sure taking on a6 was the best move, which was the best move here. Take, and here I had a4 immediately. I mean, I just felt like, why not just take on e3, which was the best move. I take, and after this I was going to play a4 immediately. Bishop d8. I'm just going to like I had the intention of playing this, but I saw king c3 and d6 now. I mean, this is just completely winning. They're going to sacrifice their bishop for one of those passed pawn, and I'm going to make an extra queen. This is just completely winning. So this is another win in the bed. It doesn't feel really convincing, but then we managed to like play a very good move when it actually matters. So if you do enjoy this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.